Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, well, Halo Infinite is finally out. At least the multiplayer is. So, as is tradition with new Halo releases, I know it's been a very long time since the last new Halo game on this channel. We're going to be looking for a bunch of glitches, secrets, Easter eggs on Halo Infinite maps. And we've actually already found quite a few on the map Streets in Halo Infinite. So, let's take a look. So the first one we found, you might have seen a little bit of this in IGN's gameplay video, but on this map, there is an arcade with a couple arcade machines here that are featuring these classic arcade versions of Halo Infinite, which is actually pretty creative actually. But there's one interesting thing is that the music they play. So yeah, basically during the whole game, that arcade machine there is actually playing 8-bit versions of the Halo soundtrack, and it actually sounds pretty awesome. But aside from that machine, this machine next to it, it looks like a Space Invader game, but it's actually called Slip Space Invaders, and it's featuring these pixel versions of Covenant ships like Banshees, Seraphs, and they're Covenant ships, and there's a single Saber as your ship fighting against them. So that's obviously a Space Invaders reference. And for this next one, we have a pretty simple 3-for-3 reference. On this air hockey table, I assume, there's 34 seconds or 34 minutes and 3 seconds left or something like that on a table. There's nothing else in the room, but yeah, that's the only Easter egg in that room. It just says 3-for-3 down there for the time remaining. Or it could be the score. It could be a 34-3 game. I'm not sure, but it's just 3-for-3 reference, obviously. Now for this next one, also in the arcade room, there's a bookstore here, or rather a book exchange, where there's actually quite a few interesting books, and one little Easter egg book too. So the first book we'll look at that we can see here is called The Tale of the Lonesome Pigeon. That pigeon is actually significant on this map, and I'll show you more about it later in the video. For the next one here, we have the Covenant Hegemony, or I actually don't know how that's pronounced correctly. But yeah, it's just a little book about Covenant history and the universe and stuff. But the secret book here is this Condor Dropship Manual. Somehow the UNSC lost one of their manuals for their Condor dropships, and it ended up in a free book exchange store. So yeah, it's a little interesting thing there. To the right of the book exchange, there's this rack of like comic books, and up there you can see Linda's helmet. Linda from Blue Team, Master Chief Squad, and yeah, she has her own little comic book, and that's featuring her helmet there. That decal is also used on the side of one of the arcade machines as well. So little interesting thing there. This next one, I actually did not figure it out until like the last minute, but this little book down here, a little sticker or whatever, that wolf there, that is actually a classic Halo 3 emblem. An emblem that was first introduced in Halo 3, maybe Halo 2, actually I'm pretty sure it's just Halo 3. But it is available on MCC, and you can see here, as we scroll through all the emblems throughout all the Halo games, the exact same wolf is right here. So that classic Halo 3 emblem actually made it into Halo Infinite as a little mini Easter egg. Alright, so for this next one, this one is actually more of a fun fact kind of thing, but underneath all these comics, and actually you can find this throughout the map at a lot of like ATMs and other machines or payment terminals, but if you look down here, you can see all these like what appears to be credit card logos, fake ones at least, because they don't actually have brands on them, but you may recognize some of them, especially the very top one. These are actually like based off real credit card or ATM card companies, and that top one there, that's clearly Cirrus. Some of these other ones, I'm not quite sure. I think the second one might be like a version of Discover, but either way, they're all like based off like real brands. Alright, for this next one, this one I'm not entirely sure about, but throughout the map, on like a lot of doors and windows, there's these phone numbers, these 7-digit phone numbers. I don't know if they're actually real numbers or not. They don't fit like a US phone number format, but this map Streets is actually set in Mombasa, I believe, so which would be in Kenya. But I looked it up, and it doesn't appear to be a Kenyan phone number either. So I'm not sure if they're actually real phone numbers or not. But if someone does figure out these phone numbers, like what country they're from or what country code we need to use to call these numbers, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I could do like a video like of like calling these numbers and see like where they go to and like who or what picks up. That might be a little interesting. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you guys figure that out or if you recognize that number format. Now, as promised, when I talked about the books earlier, that one pigeon book. So throughout the map, you'll find all these like pigeon mascots, either like on these computer screens or as stickers on the walls. It looks like the pigeon's a pretty significant mascot on this map, and you can find a lot of like cool versions of these pigeons. Some of them will actually make pretty good gamer pictures or profile pictures, like this pigeon here with the sunglasses, or that one worker pigeon on the ATMs. Speaking of the ATMs, for this next one, we've actually seen quite a few of these across different other Halo Infinite weapons and maps, even during the flight. But on this one ATM here, in this room, this one ATM is the only one on the map that has this issue, but it has a blue screen of death on it, and it I mean, the blue screen of death, I guess it's one thing, but the other thing is actually just a QR code, or at least some kind of a version of a QR code there that well, it looks like it's scannable. So I tried to scan it actually, and it was hard to scan it, and I only got like 2 possible results from it, just these random string of numbers. And this, sometimes if I scan it from like a slightly different angle, I get this set of numbers, but usually I only get like one of these 2 numbers. I don't know if those numbers mean anything or not, but the QR code does seem to scan to something, but I don't know if it's actually a correct QR code either. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of variants of it. Anyways, for this next one, this poster is actually found on several parts of this map, but it appears to be a poster of the map Tiari Plaza from ODST. It looks like the section where Dare's pod crash landed. I think it seems like it, but I'm not 100% sure. This next one is another 343 reference, and you can find this little postcard on several parts of the map as well. But it's this blue fish market postcard. It's advertising a fish market, but if you look in the bottom right corner for the address is 343 Main Street. So obviously another 343 reference. Now, for number 13, another poster on this, exclusive to this map, I'm pretty sure, but at a few places around the map, you can find a poster that on a wall that looks like this, and it appears to be a Noble 6 poster. At least I'm pretty sure that's Noble 6. It looks like him, but it could just be a regular like Spartan that just happens to have a similar looking armor. So I could be wrong about that, but it does appear to be a Noble 6 reference. Anyways, for this last one, this one was kind of expected, and you'll see it on several maps actually in Halo Infinite. And I've tried to decode this message during the flight, but on several maps, including this one, there's screens with this UNSC workbench screen, and near the bottom of the screen, there'll be a bunch of binary code. And I've tried to translate the binary code in previous videos, and on some occasions we did translate it, but it just came out as like gibberish. It seemed to be nonsense. So I'm not even going to bother to translate this one. It's probably using the same texture. So just a little interesting thing there, but probably nothing. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. And as always, if you did, make sure to leave a like. And if there's anything else you think I missed, any other Easter eggs here and there, or anything I'm going to check out or look into, then as always, just let me know down in the comments below, and I'll definitely do my best to look into it when I get the chance. But aside from that, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys!